Last week, we already reported about a possible Bambi remake. This week, the next Disney classic is already in the line for a remake. According to the Dis Insider website, Lilo and Stitch will be a live-action and CGI mixed film and will be set in Hawaii. The 18-year-old movie Lilo and Stitch is about a lonely girl named Lilo and the alien Stitch who tries to hide, more or less successfully, in the role of a dog. Both become friends throughout the story and experience one or the other adventure with each other. When the film was released in 2002, it earned $273 million on a $80 million budget. In the course of time, some sequels and spin-offs, as well as an own animated TV series, were created. Unfortunately, there are currently no concept pictures of how the two could look like as live-action characters. Anyway, Disney doesn't seem to want to stop making live-action remakes from old classics in the foreseeable future. The fan community is rather split in its opinion. When the Disney Plus production will be released is not yet known. In May this year, the 9th part of the very successful Fast and Furious franchise will be released. The hype around the action-packed movies, which are more or less about cars, doesn't seem to stop, at least financially. In an interview, leading actor Vin Diesel now revealed a few details about the future of the films. According to his own statement, the production of Fast and Furious 10 has already started. In view of the immense success of the series, he even went so far as to say that future spin-offs are practically inevitable. Diesel already gave a small foretaste at the end of last month when he announced a Fast and Furious with an all-female cast. In the interview, he also mentioned that Fast and Furious 10 might at least be the end of the main movies and that the final film will be released in 2 parts. If this is really true, we will probably find out after the release of the 9th part on May 22nd, 2020. The search for a new director for Doctor Strange 2 has finally come to an end after the Marvel movie hadn't had a director for almost a month. A recent report from Variety now suggests that Marvel Studios is currently in negotiations with Sami Raimi. Many people might know him as the director of the 2002 Spider-Man movie with Toby Maguire in the leading role. An official statement that he will inherit the previous director Scott Derrickson is still pending. The only thing that is certain so far is that leading actor Benedict Cumberbatch will return as Doctor Strange. Together with him, Benedict Wong and Chiwetel Ejiofor will also be back in front of the camera. But before Doctor Strange 2 will be released on May 7th in 2021, the Marvel films Black Widow, The Eternals, and Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings will be released in the cinemas. Horror fans, watch out. 14 years after the film adaptation of Silent Hill, director Christophe Gans has now announced another adaptation. But that's not all, as he also told Allociné that a film version of Fatal Frame is planned. But first things first, Silent Hill is about a small town where author Harry Mason wants to spend a holiday with his daughter. On the way there, however, they are involved in a car accident, and when Mason regains consciousness, his daughter has disappeared. On his search for her, he gets to face a series of monsters and creatures in the now not-so-sleepy small town. At least that's the story of the first part of the video game, but in 2006 film adaptation, the plot is slightly different. There, Rose and her daughter Sharon make their way to Silent Hill to get to the bottom of Sharon's strange nightmares. Whether the new movie is more oriented towards the video game series or its predecessor is not clear at the moment. In Fatal Frame, however, it's about a missing journalist named Mafuyu. He seems to have disappeared in a huge villa while searching for material for a new story, and his sister Miku is searching for him there. As you can imagine, this story also doesn't really work out in favor of the protagonists. Regarding this project, director Gans only revealed that it will take place in Japan and that he doesn't want to miss the typical Japanese haunted house setting. Unfortunately, there is no further information about both projects at the moment. After it was recently announced that the shooting of the new Matrix movie will start soon, the first pictures from the set have already been published and the start of shooting has been announced more or less officially. But will star actor Keanu Reeves be back in his legendary outfit with a leather coat and black sunglasses? On the set, he was seen in his usual look of beard and longer hair. Quite different is the case with Reeves' colleague Carrie-Anne Moss, who again embodies the role of Trinity because she looks quite similar to back in the days. Besides the two two actors, Reeves and Moss, there will also be Jada Pinkett Smith as Niobe and acting colleague Yahya Abdul-Mateen in front of the camera. How I Met Your Mother star Neil Patrick Harris will also be part of the cast. The US cinema release of Matrix 4 is on May 21st, 2021.